Hi, I'm Zanny, and today I'll be going over ways in which you, the viewer, can improve your sword skills. This is going to be a two-part series, with the first installation focusing on sharpening your mechanical abilities, while the second will help guide you through the gearing process and Maelstrom progression. Let's begin. Getting ready to leave the Uncharted Reaches, you've probably got a firm grasp on the basics, smacking the behemoth until it dies, and not letting the behemoth smack you to death. And while many of these principles carry over to the Maelstrom, having advanced knowledge and capabilities will secure you both a foothold and presence in the hunts you perform over the course of your gameplay experience. Let's start with your offensive capabilities. The highest DPS combo in your arsenal is Repeating Elements, which can be performed by right-clicking twice, pausing, and then left-clicking rapidly. As fun as it is to spam left-click when at this point, the highest damage can actually be achieved by using Repeating Elements to fill one orb of your sword special meter, and then releasing it by pressing Q. After using the sword special ability, you'll want to transition back into Repeating Elements. The reason for this is that when you use the sword special ability, you're granted a brief buff to both your attack speed and damage. So, by only building the bare minimum of special meter, you can empower the first two strikes of your Repeating Elements combo, thereby increasing the amount of damage those right clicks do while allowing you to unleash another Q. It's a lot of damage, and it adds up pretty fast over the course of a hunt. And while it may seem enticing to build a full special meter and release a higher damage Q, it offers less overall damage than the building and spending of Repeating Element cycling. Despite how positively I've spoken of Repeating Elements, this is a good time to mention DPS windows and how to make the most of them without jeopardizing your own survivability. Repeating Elements is best used when you're presented with a large enough opening, such as during a stagger or interrupt, to get the most of its damage. In smaller, more frantic windows, it's best to stick to the standard left-click combo without completing the combo, as it does not drain stamina and animation locks you the least. Animation locking occurs when you perform an action that cannot be interrupted until the animation finishes. An example of this can be found in the last two strikes of the sword's standard left-click combo, where you cannot dodge or perform an action until these last strikes have concluded. This emphasizes the need for strategic use of your combos, as accidentally moving into the last hits of your combo could put you in a position where you can be struck and potentially killed. Rolling is often used as a defensive mechanic, but can be used offensively in situations such as closing the gap between you and the behemoth, and when you need to perform an interrupt with relative safety or need a faster animation than the sword's initial swings. Two behemoths that can help you sharpen and temper your skills the most are Hellion and Embermane. Hellion teaches the importance of patience and positioning, incentivizing constant awareness of the battlefield and rewarding mindful slayers, while Embermane is great for practicing interrupt timings and cementing the importance of interrupts as a whole. Soon enough, you'll find that you're taking down most of the T4 behemoths with relative ease. When you reach this point, the transition into T5 becomes less jarring and you'll have a deeper understanding of the mechanics at play, and more confidence in your swordsmanship. And it's here that you'll be ready to take on the challenges of the Maelstrom. That'll wrap up this video. Stay tuned for part 2, where I dig into the gearing process and give my insight into Maelstrom progression. Hopefully you found this information useful, and at the very least, entertaining. I had a lot of fun going over some of these more obscure functions of the sword, and I hope it serves you well in the future. Go ahead and leave a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more Dauntless related content, and follow me on social media. I hope you all have a great day. Take care.